And the moral of the story is about negotiation skills, and which, if this represents the scope of the negotiation, then how do we ensure a win-win solution to the negotiation? These two words, win-win, are possibly the most abused words in the negotiation world. Yeah? So I want to kind of answer the question, how do you guarantee win-win? Because in the process of negotiation, it is something that you can guarantee. So, this story was told to me by an Irish guy in a pub. Okay? So, it's absolutely true, but it was told to me by an Irish guy in a pub. Okay? So, you can judge as to the amount of embellishment and artistic license that has gone into the story. And he was saying that he had a friend who was a sales rep. And the sales rep was sitting in the office of his customer, and they were trying to negotiate a final settlement to the project that they were working out, and it was not moving at all. Yeah? And the guy's going, oh God, what am I going to do now? It's almost the weekend, I've got to get back, and you know, this is, what do I do? He's looking around the office, and in the corner of the office, yeah, in the corner, there's this, he thought it was a black rug, like an Afghan rug type of thing, a carpet, and all of a sudden, this carpet moved and lifted its head, and it was a dog. It was a massive, great big, hairy dog. And the sales rep goes, ah, it's a dog! Amazing! Hey, dog! The sales rep loved dogs. He said, hey, dog, come here! And the dog kind of and comes over, and the sales rep strokes the dog, and oh, what a dog! Look at you! What a nice dog! I thought you were a carpet, but you're not. You're a dog. And then he looks at the customer, and the customer's sitting there like that. And the sales rep's going, yeah, nice dog. Looking at the customer and saying, nice dog. And the customer's saying, and the sales rep's going, so I didn't know you had a dog. And the customer says, I don't have a dog. And the sales rep goes, right, you're not a dog. Shh. You don't have a dog. No. Right, okay. This is not your dog. No, it's not my dog. Right, okay. It's getting a bit surreal at this stage. So why is... You're looking after the dog? Well, yes, kind of. Kind of. Okay? Sorry, none of my business. Why is the dog in your office? I'll be very honest. You don't look like a dog lover. Yeah? What do you mean by that? He said, well, because I'm a dog lover, you know, and dog lovers stroke their dogs, and dog lovers smile when they look at dogs. You're not doing any of that stuff, you know? Can't feel the warm fuzzies for the dog at all. And the customer said, well, it's a bit of a sad story. This dog belonged to my best friend, who just died of cancer 6 weeks ago. And it was very, very sad. And my best friend had a sense of humour. And he knows that I've hated dogs all of my life. And he has been torturing me with his dog for all of his life. And he left me his dog in his will. And the sales rep says, oh my God, that is terrible. It's very funny, but it's terrible. And the customer says, I don't see the funny side of it at all. And the sales rep says, oh my God, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm sorry for the dog as well. But what are you going to do with the dog? I mean, you can't. You're not a dog. What are you going to do with the dog? And the customer says, I don't know. And the sales rep says, oh God, this is terrible. Still stroking the dog. The sales rep says, I've got an idea. Sales rep, the customer, well, look, here's the deal. I like dogs, yeah? Give me the dog. If you sign the contract, I'll take the dog.
Okay.
And the customer says, no, that is unethical. And the sales rep says, what do you mean it's unethical? You don't like dogs. I do. It's not ethical that you've got a dog that you don't like. That's what's not ethical. No, signing the deal in return for the dog, that's completely unheard of and unethical. The sales rep says, come on, okay, whatever. I'll take the dog without signing the deal. Give me the dog. And the customer says, no. He says, look, we both want this project, yeah? Give me the dog, give me the deal, let's come to a very good negotiated agreement. We both walk away with something we want. The customer says, no, how do I know that you won't kill the dog? The sales rep says, now I'm offended. What do you mean I kill the dog? I'm not a dog murderer. Yeah, but you'll leave it by the side of the road or something. And the sales rep says, look at me, look at the dog. We already love each other. And they did, you know, they're all doing the dog-human chemistry thing and it's working out really well. How dare you suggest that I would leave this dog? So at the end of this whole interesting discussion, they came to a negotiated agreement which had the following form. The customer signed the deal, the sales rep takes the dog, under the condition that the sales rep sends the customer a photograph of the sales rep, the dog, and today's newspaper every month for 18 months. Yeah? And the Irish guy in the pub saying, I swear it was true. I saw the guy's office. There were 15 Polaroid photographs on the wall. The beginning of a fantastic relationship. So, what's the problem with this story? The problem is that not all customers have dogs. Yeah? Yeah, so you need to look very carefully for dog hairs and stuff when you're in the office. No. The moral of the story is that this dog was what we call a tradable. The dog changed the deal. This was the original scope of the deal. Now, the scope of the deal, dog by the way, the scope of the deal has expanded. The scope of the deal has changed. The scope of the deal is bigger than it was before. Which means when this compromise happens at the end of the day, compromise is happening on a larger scale. Both parties walk away with more than they anticipated. They both win. The problem with the story is that the sales rep got lucky. There was a dog in the room. We don't want to wait for dogs. We want to prepare for tradables. We need to think in terms of what can we actively bring into the deal that will act as tradables, that will expand the scope of the deal so that we can walk away with more at the end of the process. This is the concept of tradables, which we will go into in more detail in the hit list.